Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we have an Aurora One Riso fault. This is a 3.6 kilowatt two-string system. It's the DC isolators, AC isolators. We have 16 panels on the roof, one string of 6, one string of 10. And this is happening on both sets of strings, which is very weird. I would expect it on one, but not the other. So we're going to do some tests. Now, obviously, I've had a lot of Aurora ones failing recently with the dreaded E031 code, which basically means the DC contacts are short inside. But it's actually better to take the system off and fit a new inverter, because obviously not system, sorry, a new inverter for old, because obviously you'll renew your warranties, etc. So I'm just going to do some stuff here to try and see if I can figure out why this. So firstly, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try and just see if I can put it down to each string. So obviously the isolation for any PV system is off for the AC first, and then off for the DC. And we wait for the system to shut down. And there it goes. Now what we're going to do now is wait a few seconds, and we're going to power it back up via the DC. So I'm only going to turn one string on this time, and just show you that well, it has had a Riso fault on each set of strings, but I'm just going to show you again anyway, just to be on the safe side. So we'll do this set first. That's that on. It should just be powering up now, just on the DC side. There it goes. And I'll just put the AC on as well, because it will be saying grid connection is missing. It's initializing. It's showing that it's got its AC in. Measuring Riso low, 0.00 megohm, dead short between either the positive or the negative earth. So I'll do the same again. I'll switch off the AC, switch off this DC isolator, wait for the system to go off, and I'll try it on the other string. Obviously normally Riso, oh, now it's telling me there's a sun low warning. So it's going to be difficult to do the testing on a sun low because it's a bit cloudy and wet out there. So what I'm going to do anyway is I'll try this DC. So this DC is going on. This is the other string now. And then I'll switch back on the AC again. That's it, initializing. Measuring Riso. Riso low, 0.00 megohms. So basically what we're going to do now is try and do some tests up on the roof. So we're on the roof trying to find where this problem is. I've managed to locate the incoming cables. I've managed to find an extension cable that goes right underneath, and if you can see it underneath there, and it's just extended one of the legs, which is turning into be a bit of a nightmare. But once I've found that, I think what we'll do is we'll disconnect it and put another plug on. What a mess. Should all be tied up really. So we're going to make off the cable. This is the female one. It's just a lot easier to do this when you have a Riso, because sometimes you can't even see what the problem is inside. So this is the incoming ones from the inverter or the DC isolators. Pretty difficult to film when you're on a roof. You've got to hold a phone and make these cables off. Very difficult, and plus it's raining, just to add to the fun. Jesus, pretty tough, these cables to strip. As you can see. Now I did some continuity tests and I didn't come across anything up here, so probably just changing these more to be on the safe side than anything. This really doesn't want to come off, is it? Come on. Jesus. Sometimes you just got to use your teeth. Just making sure. Now, the good thing about these crimpers are, these MC4 plugs, is you don't need to put anything on until after, which is great, as in the sheathing and stuff. The back nut. Sorry guys if I'm sounding a bit just balancing here. So back in the loft, the big switch on, and we've still got Riso low 0.00. Now this has been fully tested and there's nothing else I can think of except for it being a knackered inverter, which is quite common for this Aurora. So I think I'm going to have to let the customer know the bad news, because everything is absolutely fine on up top. Wow, that was a bit of fun, wasn't it? So another failed Aurora one. This time on a Riso. Now the Riso's it's a pretty tough one, guys. I mean, let me know what you think in the comments, but normally a Riso you can fix quite easily. Well, I say easily. Once you've located the problem, it's an easy fix. Normally it is the incoming cables from the DC isolators that have caused it. I did have problems disconnecting one set on one of the sets of strings on one of the arrays, but I've changed it. I had to cut that off. I've changed the plugs over. Everything was tested and measured out on the roof. Everything was all clear all the way through. No problems at all. The cables back to the DC isolators were clear. I just don't understand where it's happened. It must be something internally inside the Aurora One. So what I've done is I've ordered up another 3.6 kilowatt inverter. We're going for a Solis. It's good. It's a good inverter, and obviously it can be a bit of a budget range, but it is a really good inverter. So yeah, so we've ordered that up, so hopefully that'll be here next week. So what I do is I'll do a video next week of me changing it over. It'll be a short video because it's an easy process. But yeah guys, so that's it for this video. Let me know what you think in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. See you soon.